Part 1. The things you cannot see. There are forces shaping your life right now that you will never catch in the act. Not because they are invisible, but because they are hidden. And hidden is a different thing entirely. A seed beneath the soil, a crack beneath the paint, a thought beneath the emotion, a future beneath the present. We have built our whole understanding of the world on a quiet assumption that what we can see is what is real, that if something truly mattered, it would have the decency to show itself. That truth, if it were important enough, would arrive announced. But reality has never made that promise. The things that decide your life rarely stand in the open. They work underground. They move in the dark beneath the surface of your days. The most important things are not absent, they are buried. And perhaps tomorrow is no different. We speak of tomorrow as if it were empty, a blank page, a room not yet entered. But what if tomorrow is not waiting at all? What if tomorrow is already in motion, already assembling, already deciding which pieces of itself you are allowed to see and which it will keep for later? Not out of cruelty, out of necessity. Because maybe there are truths you could not survive knowing too soon. Part 2. Today is blind. Today feels complete. Solid, finished, certain. It has the weight of the only thing that is real. But today is the smallest piece of time you will ever hold. A single frame, mistaking itself for the whole film. A fragment convinced it is the answer. Every choice you make today, you make blind to where it lands. You speak and you do not hear the echo return. You move and you do not see the shape your movement leaves behind. You love without yet knowing the cost of loving. You begin without understanding what beginning will ask of you. And all the while, tomorrow already holds the rest. The endings you have not reached. The collisions you cannot feel coming. The discoveries waiting with your name on them. The regrets still folded out of sight. The slow transformations you would not recognize as your own. Tomorrow knows that what today cannot. Not because tomorrow is wiser than you, but because tomorrow has carried your choices further down the road than your eyes can follow. It has seen where the path bends. You have not. So there's always something kept from you. Always. Not because life is unfair, but because life does not arrive all at once. It unfolds in layers, and no layer can be seen until the one above it is lived through. Part 3. The mercy of not knowing. Imagine for a moment that the veil lifted, that you could see all of it. Every heartbreak named and dated before it ever touched you. Every betrayal traced back to the smile that would carry it. Every loss, every ending, every quiet death marked on a calendar you could read. Every failure visible before you took the first step toward it. Tell me, would you still move? Would you still reach? Would you still open the door, knowing exactly what waits on the other side? Maybe not knowing is not a weakness in the design. Maybe it is a kindness in it. Maybe tomorrow hides what it hides, because the sight of it too early would not warn you. It would freeze you, stop you where you stand, break something in you that was meant to keep walking. There are pains you can only understand from the fair side of them. Truths that only speak sense read backwards. Lessons that refuse to speak until the damage is already done and cannot be undone. This is the strange architecture of being alive. Looking forward, you are blind. Looking back, everything is clear. And tomorrow lifts out ahead of you in the dark, holding the map, watching you walk the road without it. Part 4. What is tomorrow protecting? But do not mistake the hidden for the dangerous. Not everything kept from you is a threat. Some of what tomorrow hides, it hides because it is a gift not yet ready to be given. Possibilities you have not earned, the eyes to see, strength you have not yet been asked to find, meaning still forming in the dark, versions of yourself have not met. Somewhere ahead of you, right now, there is a future you, carrying a calm you cannot imagine carrying. A you who survived the very thing you are afraid of tonight. A you who looks back on this exact moment, this breath, this doubt, this ache, and finally understands why it had to happen exactly like this. But you are not allowed to meet that person yet. Tomorrow keeps them hidden from you. Not to torment you, but because becoming someone requires discovery, and discovery requires the dark. You cannot discover what has already been revealed to you. You cannot grow into a self you already fully understand. Mystery is not the obstacle to your transformation. Mystery is the condition of it. It always has been. Part 5. The question. So let the question turn toward you now. What if the thing you fear most in this season of your life is hidden only because it is not time yet? What if the pain you are carrying is tied by a thread you cannot see to something tomorrow is still refusing to show you? What if your confusion is not a failure, but a temporary blindness, the kind that lifts on its own? What if your suffering is not the end of the story, but unfinished information? What if tomorrow was never your enemy? What if it has been your guardian all along, holding back the weight of reality piece by piece until your hands are finally strong enough to hold it? What does tomorrow hide from you? A warning? A truth? A loss? A miracle? Or perhaps the most important thing tomorrow keeps from you is not an event at all. It is a person, the one you are about to become. And maybe that is the greatest mystery of all. Not what tomorrow knows, not what tomorrow sees, but what tomorrow refuses to reveal until the exact moment you are ready to receive it. So walk forward into the dark, not because it is empty, but because it is full of everything you are not yet meant to see. End.